to Straight Edge Game Room Live. It's September 10th, 2023. I'm currently test running the live stream. I'm not very experienced in live streaming, but we'll see how it goes. As of now, I don't have any viewers, but I'll give you guys a shout out if I see you come in. Yesterday, I tried to go live stream, and I was pretty sure that I put the audience viewing to public, but for some reason it reversed it to private. I've been having problems with YouTube like that for about 5 or 6 months now. And sometimes I'll upload a video allowing people to comment, and then I'll go back to it and it said comments disabled. And I know I didn't disable the comments. I'm also having similar problems on Facebook where I'll put out an ad and I'll have it advertised in the United States and in Canada and in Mexico, and it'll change it to Brazil. Why? I don't know. It seems that every Google owned entity does that on you. I really don't understand why. I haven't had that problem on Rumble, and I haven't had that problem on Patreon. So, in any case, I'll talk to you guys, tell you a little bit about myself, and play some games while I talk to you. After all, this is the Straight Edge Game Room. So, fucking doggone it, my chair is hitting the tripod. The legs on my office chair is hitting the tripod and knocking it around. So, is there any game anybody here sees that they would like me to pick up? How about I pick up? How about that one? Jordan versus Bird. 1-on-1. You know, I had a dream. Let's see. Let's turn on the light. Let's see. How about that? You know, the light's good on some of these LCD handhelds, but it doesn't work for some others. And this is one of the loudest Tiger Electronic. Actually, it is the loudest Tiger Electronic that I own. Doggone it! I swear Jordan's cheating. And if it isn't obvious, I'm Larry Bird. How can you tell the difference? Well, just look at him. I mean, if you can't tell the difference between one or the other in this or in any other game, well, you need to get your eyes checked. You see, I'm trying to get the. He just snatches the ball away from me like taking candy from a baby. It's real. I can't hold on to that ball, and whenever I try to shoot it, it doesn't. I'm gonna try to block. See, it works for him because this game cheats. Let's try another variation. Game one, game two, game three. I don't see Jordan. So what happens in game three? Am I playing horse? Miss. Oh, okay. Well, let's see what happens. At close range, I can't even shoot at it. Shoot at it. Well, that stinks. If you guys see the comment section, please drop a comment because last night it wasn't working. So I would like to know if it works or not. If not, then I'm going to have to start the stream all over again or check the settings, see if YouTube didn't reverse it to private again. All right. Nope. Nope. Okay, how about from this angle, way over here? Oh, are you kidding me? What strategy could there possibly be? It's a game with the technology of a calculator. I mean, I did, okay. I hold diagonals and then I push the shoot button and then that did something. So let's try it from this end. Says white man can't jump. Not Tiger Electronics. I don't have the manuals for this game, so I really don't know what the objective is. I'm just playing games. I see somebody coming in and I see somebody coming out. Drop me a comment if you guys can see the comment section. What happened that time? And nothing happened. Let's try another setting. 4. Okay, now I get to play as Jordan. Select, steal, and... Okay, that was easy enough. Let's see if I can do that again. Okay. I'm pushing every button combination possible, but I really don't know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, let me back. Wow. Play Double Dragon. All right. Well, all right. Don't cry. I'll get your precious Double Dragon. There you go. Are you happy? Now, you want me to tell you a bedtime story while I play? A bedtime story from a compulsive liar that we knew from Canyon State Oil, or that we knew from a particular hotel I won't mention the name of. Uh, I want top score on Double Dragon. How do you top score on Double Dragon? How do you top 200 points? You know, Confucius couldn't figure that one out in all his infinite wisdom. Yes. I can come over here and do something. Christopher Watkins would figure it out. Yeah, well, Christopher Watkins could figure himself out of a hot Cheetos bag in the back of a cartel bus. What does that mean? Consult Socrates and you'll find out. I think there's a painting from Van Gogh about it. It's hanging somewhere in the Smithsonian. That or it's in their collections. Boy, this show is really deep. Now I got this idiot up here throwing hot dogs at me. The hot dogs with fuses on them. But in any case, I'll tell you about myself while I play this stupid game. Hey, are you guys? Am I showing as private, or am I showing as public on your end? Because it's really hard for me to look at the settings, and YouTube has a habit of changing the settings on me. Why it's doing that to me, I don't know. Other YouTubers are having similar problems where um, people are complaining that their comments are being deleted, and the YouTuber of that particular video is saying that, hey, we're not deleting your comments. YouTube is deleting your comments. We have no control over that, and I seem to be experiencing similar technical issues with YouTube. You know what this guy kind of looks like? Look at him. Quit punching me. He kind of looks like the bald guy from the movie The Guyver, or no, not Mick Guyver, The Guyver. Uh, that bald guy. I don't remember his name. He also comes out in the original Hills Have Eyes by Wes Craven. That's what this baldy reminds me of. Oh, I got the corn dog. Oh, I lost the corn dog. And I keep walking into the stick of dynamite. So anyway, I'm from Dog Butt, Arizona, also known as Douglas. It is the lowest of the low. Well, I can't. You know what? That's a bit of an exaggeration because it's a toss up between Sanders, Arizona, and Douglas, which is worse. Nogales is pretty terrible, also. Oh, feather plucking son of a biscuit. You licking cootie infested piece of shoe leather. Come here, step up to me and show me you're a man. Walk into my corn dog. I will admit. What are you doing? When are you going to? What are you going to play Krusty's Funhouse? I'll play it when I get my hands on it. But until then, you're stuck with Bimmy and Jimmy and the corn dog of vengeance. Something's hit. Oh, it's the stalactite up there that's hitting me on the head. So anyway, I'm from Dog Butt, Arizona, Douglas, Arizona. Let's try not to make this show vulgar, monje. Children might be watching. You're going to set a bad example. Test scores across the nation will be dropping because of your bad influence. So, in any case, I grew up in Douglas, Arizona. Douglas is mostly Hispanic. And there's three things that people in Douglas don't have: vision, culture, taste. And your comments are blocking my gameplay. You thoughtless, heartless beast. How could you? You know what? I've had enough of this game. Anyway, so I grew up in Douglas. Like I said, and Douglas is mostly Hispanic. There are a handful of Caucasian people there, but most of the people I went to school with are Hispanic, and most of the people I grew up around were Hispanic. It's right on the border. People who are not from Arizona say Sierra Vista's right on the border. It's so close to the border. No, Douglas is right on the border, and so is Nogales, and so is Naco. Quit talking about Sierra Vista being so close to the border. It's just a brick toss away. Shut up already with that. You guys sound stupid when you say that. You know the thing about these Acclaim handhelds is that they make some of the worst noises in the known galaxy. Just listen. Yeah, let's turn that sound off. Or should I play with the sound? What do you guys think? I think the object of this game. Oh gosh, darn that flippin' dog. You know, I don't remember Narc uh ever. And I lived in Douglas, so we had a handful of arcades back in the 80s and in the early 90s, but never played Narc as a kid. Pizza Hut had they had a oops, pay attention, Monke. They had a Smash TV in their party room. I remember that. Smash TV, I think, was made by the same people who made this. Turn off that sound. Gosh darn it. Play with the sound. All right. Promises were made. We sit Simpsons marathon. Or where Simpsons marathon was. All right. You want Simpsons? Let me hold on. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Oh wait, I have it right here. How about that? Let's play some Bart Simpson Cupcake Crisis while I talk to you guys. And I'll tell you a little bit about my experience working for Canyon State Oil. So, a friend of mine, he was my roommate at the time. He got me a job at his dad's business at the Canyon State Oil and played DuckTales. What? One game at a time. Gosh darn you. So we worked at Canyon State Oil part time, and that was probably only like once a month or once every other 2 weeks. So there was this guy who used to deliver the oil drums, and what we would do is he would he would unload them. There was two guys working it. There was the guy in the truck, and then there was the other guy who had the pallet, and he would not the pallet jack. I beg your pardon. And he would lift the pallets of the oil drums to the dock, and me and my roommate would get the oil drums off of the pallets, get some dollies, and haul them away into the warehouses. So the guy who drove the truck used to tell us these outlandish stories that, I mean, unless you were stupid, you could tell that they were lies. He told me a story about a woman who's in a, oh, doggone it, Lisa got there before I did. Told us an outlandish story about this woman who's in a very inappropriate line of work that I won't mention because children might be watching. But in any case, she's cussing at our truck driver. He's cussing back at her, so they're going back and forth cussing each other out. And she's behind the fence, and he gets an empty oil drum and throws it at the fence at her. And she says, "Just you wait, you blankety blank mother, blankety blank this, blankety blank that." So she takes off, and then later comes this short guy. Uh, dressed like a white golfer with a feather in his cap, and he starts talking. He's a white guy, and he starts talking like he's black. He starts trying to talk like BoJack or whatever those. Doggone it! What's that cult movie with that black detective? I don't remember. Where he's like a yeah. Well, in any case, that's not important. He's talking like he's black, and he pulls out like a little handgun. Like he said, the kind that old ladies carry in their purse. And he points it at our truck driver and starts cussing him out. You mother f this mother blankety blank this blank blank that. And then Chico, the guy's name had to be Chico. Chico comes out from behind him, comes out of the plant. He comes out of the warehouse, comes behind this guy, picks him up, flips him upside down, and slams his face into the dirt several times. It was a gravel lot, and smacked and ripped up one of his eyelids and got gravel in both of his eyes. And you don't mess with Chico because Chico's arms were as big as my thighs. It's like, really? And I think we went to Pizza Hut with me, him, and his dad. He's like, where does he come? His dad was like, where does he come up with this stuff? Chico's arms are as big as my thighs. He also told us that he went to Vietnam, and we know he didn't go to Vietnam. And yeah, that guy was a trip. I had the displeasure of working with him in the truck one time because they needed he needed help inside of the truck, and my roommate just tells me, "Have fun, Andy." So, and he told me a weird story about oh gosh, where was this? Up in Lake Havasu, where and this is out of Canyon State Oil, I think in Lake Havasu, where this carney comes in and starts trouble. So one of the guys who works at the Canyon State Oil, as the carney jumps, lunges at him to beat him up, he pulls out a brake wrench and knocks him on the chin off, and lifts him like 5 feet off the ground. I forget all the exact details of the story, but it was something to that kind of outlandish exaggeration. Let's see. I got more games other than that, other than what you see over here. Is there anything like? Let me pull the camera back. Is there anything you guys see here that you want to think I should start playing next? I got the Sega Game Gear over there. I got the football game over there. I got funny stories to tell about my dad, but I'll tell you. I'll get into that a little bit later. How he put a hole in the ceiling and yelled at me like it was my fault that he went up in the attic in the first place. Let's see. Let me show you what I got over here. Let me push this back. I got some football game. I got Strider. Let's throw that on the bed. I got Super Street Fighter 2, the new challenger. Oh, excuse me. Talking Capcom Super Street Fighter 2, the new challengers electronic. What order is that title in? I really don't know. Let's throw that on the bed. I also got this horrible Paperboy. All right, DuckTales. I see DuckTales. Hold on, I'm gonna have a little sip of soda. Yeah, the live stream is booming. I got a total of one viewer. Stellar. But I'm aspiring to get no less than 11 viewers tonight because I believe in myself. I believe I am an inspiration to this nation. I tell you, man, Make a Wish children, they aspire to be me, and they name streets after me. And if any of you are taking any of this serious, you're dumb. So I threw all that stuff on the bed. How about Sega Game Gear? I got with the power pack because the batteries died in it, so we may as well use the power pack. Thank you, Mr. McWill down in Tucson, for fixing up my Sega Game Gear. He replaced all the capacitors. He changed the front plexiglass to glass. So now it'll shatter if I drop it. So I got to be extra careful. But it looks beautiful. It looks really nice. So thank you, Mr. McWill, if you're watching this. Props to McWill. That's sort of better be sarsaparilla. No, I don't have sarsaparilla. What I have is Kroger Zero Sugar Root Beer. That's what I have. Sarsaparilla is getting kind of expensive. Yes, it's soda. I got, what do I got in here? I think I got WWF Raw in this Sega Game Gear. Okay, well let me pick the darn game. Start the game already. This is rockin' soundtrack. I'm gonna let you guys have a listen. WWF Raw. I think Yokozuna's in this. Tag team one on one. Let's go one on one. One fall brawler tournament. What do I want to do? Mess with the contrast. Let's go one fall. Easy, because I'm talking to you guys. You select. I'll select my opponent. Kroger brand. Yeah, you're acting like I said that it's from New York City. New York City. You guys pick the wrestler for me. Who should I play as? Do I play as Bret Hart, Lex Luger, Randy Savage, Crush, Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, Yokozuna, The Undertaker, Bam Bam Bigelow, or Diesel? I think your guys' comments are a little bit delayed. Tell you what, I'll play as The Undertaker. The Undertaker against Lex Luger. I wish the resolution was so much better on the screen, but that's just the way the Sega Game Gear is. Well, I meant to lower the volume, and I messed with the contrast a bit. So, anyway, one time, I think I was 11 at the time, my dad decided to go up in the attic at our house. And it wasn't a storage attic. It was just an attic with ducks in it. And no, not quacking ducks. I said ducks. And the cats used to go up there. So I'm not sure what he was trying to accomplish going up into the attic, because it didn't have any support, didn't have a floor, didn't have anything to support his weight. So he goes in there and he steps and he falls. And my older brother's walks into the kitchen and he sees a leg sticking out of the ceiling over the stove, and it scared him. And my dad's yelling, and all I was doing was holding the ladder, but he was not on the ladder. He was already up in the attic yelling at me. And then later he comes back and I saw that big hole over the stove on the ceiling. That was one of his hot ideas. Another hot idea of his was one time when it was on a Saturday morning, and my mom had made us pancakes. So, it's what I hate about these LJN games. When you grapple, you gotta push the button really fast. So my mom made us pancakes, and my dad thought we were just stupid. We just thought we were idiots, and we did stuff that he didn't understand at first sight because we were just dumb. So that was his first deduction to everything. So my mom gets some margarine, a stick of margarine, and she puts it in this little microwavable bowl. And that thing was piping hot. You couldn't pick it up because it was so blasted hot. So we were going like this, passing it to each other instead of just picking it up because it was just too hot. And my dad walks in, sees us doing that, going like this. And my dad's like, "Hey, why don't you just pick it up?" And And all me and my brothers started laughing. And my dad was so short fused, he threatened to get the belt, and we kept laughing, but we couldn't help it because it was like, just because we're kids and we're doing this doesn't mean we're doing that because your first deduction is correct. It's because that blasted thing was so hot, we didn't want to burn our fingers, but he learned the hard way. Got margarine all over the table. And did I distort the visual of the game? I think the guy who's watching me is an old high school friend. I think he told me a story one time before he got to know me that they said, "Yeah, go talk to that guy. He's in the wrestlers. He'll let you hit him with a chair." Something to that effect. I really don't know the story. If you're watching this, leave the comment. How did it go about? Something to the effect of I think it was Ernesto who told him that yeah, he's into wrestlers and yeah, dude, he's crazy. He really loves watching WWE. Ask him, grab a chair and he'll let you hit him with it. If you guys ever see me in public, please don't get a chair and hit me with it. Just don't. I would have liked. You could ask me, but that doesn't mean I'm going to say yes. I'm getting up there in age. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I think I'm losing. What other games do I got? Check it out. I got. You guys tell me if any of these games look interesting to you. I got The Lion King. I also got Super Columns. Look how much I paid for Super Columns. Oh wait, where's the sticker? That's how much I paid for. No, I didn't pay that much for Super Columns. I paid like 50 cents. I guess the 50-cent sticker fell off of it. Anyway, I got that at Zia Records over in Mesa. I got Deep Duck Trouble by Donald Duck. I got Tasmania. That game actually not very interesting. Sonic 2. I got Shinobi. 41-year-old dateless, wifeless man showing you his toys. Legend of Illusion, starring Mickey Mouse. I got Regular Columns. I also got. Oh, I'd already played that one. Let's see what I got here. I got some Game Genie books in here, and okay, let's start playing this. Anybody from Arizona on the live stream? Anybody out there? Live from Phoenix, Arizona, Straight Edge Game Room, playing Tiger Electronics Super Street Fighter 2. And it's a total train wreck. Look at that. Can you even tell which character I'm playing as? Playing as Cammy. Wow, I can't even see that. It's horrible. What did he say? Did he say max out? Yeah, the graphics are stunning. No, DJ don't win. I win. Hold on. Let me pick another fighter. Let's try that again. Let's see. Ken. Fei Long. Cammy. Ken. Let's try the other side. Guile. DJ. T-Hawk. Let's play as T-Hawk. Listen to that. Let the battle begin. Now I'm on the right side. What is he doing? Okay, there we go. This camera doesn't seem to like these LCD games very much. You know, that noise is really distracting. I tell you what, I'm trying to talk to you guys at the same time while I play that, but that game is a racket. I got one that's even worse than that. Hold on. Let's see. Let me find out. Let me find it. Let me pull it out. I have it here somewhere. Nope, that's not it. Oh, I got the 101 Dalmatians there. I also got the Sierra or Cabwa, whatever this thing is called. I don't know. I don't care. What did I do with that other one? Huh. Oh, here it is. Yeah, you thought this one was bad. This one is even worse. Watch. Fei Long. Can I pick another fighter? Yes, I can pick. Who is that supposed to? T-Hawk. And where are the other fighters? Why this one had 6 and this one seems to only have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, the reason for that is it's Tiger barcodes. There's the slot right here. It came with cards. I guess Tiger Electronics was trying to experiment with these LCD handhelds and card collecting. So you got these cards, you swiped them, and all it did was it would change the template of this character. and give you another character. Did any of that make any sense? Okay, let's play the game. Oh, look at that. He buffed up. Get get in front of me, you loser. They all make that same noise. Special move. Here. Here, listen to that. Is that all you can say? I think these are lights right here, and they light up whenever you scan play Tetris. Oh, hold on. Hold on a minute. Let me go get them. Don't go nowhere. Let's see. I got this. I got this one from Radica. Hold on. I put the mic down. I got this one from Radica, but I also got another one. I'm gonna go grab it real quick. Ah. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So I got the one from Radica, and I got the even more fashionable keychain Tetris. Which one do you think I should play? All right, since nobody's commenting, I'll go ahead and start playing Radica. And it's backlit. It's got the Tetris, one of the Tetris songs, and it's very off key. Just listen to that. Just awful. Just absolutely awful. I told you the story last night, but about a friend of ours who was a compulsive liar. Not the truck driver, even though he might have said he was a truck driver also. But no, this other guy, he was a security guard at a hotel I won't mention the name of. Uh, and when I used to hang out with him, I was like 19 years old. So Friday and Saturday nights, I had nothing to do. And I was bored just hanging out by myself at home. So I used to go over to the hotel that he was guarding. Oh, you want the new Tetris? Okay, hold on. I think the comments that you guys are leaving are a little bit delayed. So bear with me if I don't see your guys' comments right off the bat. I got Tetris on the keychain. Come on, camera. This one's actually a lot better, but the camera doesn't pick these little games too well. But see, this one's a lot better than that Radica. Oh, doggone it. I pushed the button too soon and accidentally flipped that bottom one when I meant to flip the incoming one. Shucks. We can fix this. So back to the security guard. He one time told me a story about this little boy who used to come into the hotel. He'd come into the lobby, flipping the bird to the guests, and he'd say, blankety blank gringos. I don't want to say profanities on this show. This is meant to be a safe for work kind of program, but in any case, that little boy would come flip the bird off to people in the lobby. And there was this man that this little boy was accompanying at the hotel. I don't know what business he had there, but I think this man used to go to the bar in the hotel. So he had to talk with the man, and he said, "Look, I don't want that little blankety blank coming in here and flipping the bird off to our guests. I can't have that. I don't want to see that middle finger ever again." And the man told him, "Okay, I'll take care of it." So he doesn't see the man. Oh gosh, this story. He doesn't see the man for some duration of time. I forget how long it was. He'll change the story every time. But in any case, he doesn't see the man or the little boy. Then one day, out of the blue, after that certain time has passed, he tells the man comes to the hotel. He has a little cigar box, and he tells him that little boy that you complained about. Yes, Well, he won't be a problem for you anymore. You guys will never see him again. He gave him the cigar box and walked out. As soon as the man left, the security guard opened the cigar box and he found the severed finger of the little boy in the cigar box. Oh man, but my roommate at the time said he theorized that somebody during an earlier shift was having lunch and offered him a Cheeto. He said, "Hey, you want a Cheeto?" And from that, he was inspired and invented a story about a little boy's severed finger in a cigar box. Oh man. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me take a drink. Oh gosh. He also told us a story about a Jewish girl. Um, I can't tell that story, but that's a good one. Maybe when I build my audience and I have more followers, I can have some exclusives on Patreon. And yeah, you guys really want to pay money for that? The Jewish girl story. And she had to be Jewish for his story for some reason. She had, and we, I know it's a lie. None of it's true. There was no Jewish girl. Oh, I can tell you this though. He one time showed us a picture of his alleged ex girlfriend who was Jewish. The same woman in the story. I can't tell. It looked like he clipped it out of a magazine. There was no background. There was no back image. It was black and white, and it was paper, like paper out of an Avon catalog, that kind of paper. So, um, oh gosh, what other lies did he tell us about his pet bull named Reuben? Um, I almost want to start playing the Oregon Trail. Well, I tell you that story because there's ox in it. So he told me a saga. I can't tell you the whole story because it's way too long. Let's start playing some Power Rangers while I talk to you guys. Let me turn the light on. So he told me another whopper about a. Let me turn the sound off. About a pit bull that he had. He raised it from a calf on his uncle's ranch. And any case, it was the classic Lassie kind of story. The boy and his dog, except it was a bull. So he used to go to school and come home from school, and the bull would be waiting for him in the bushes, and he'd grab the horns, "Hey, Reuben," and play with his horns, or something to that effect. So, long story short, we'll cut to the action part of the story. Him and his brother have a disagreement, and so I guess he stooged on his older brother for cheating on one of his girlfriends. So his older brother starts beating him up. And the bull sees this, and seeing that he's in trouble, the bull charges after his older brother. And his older brother starts running and hops on his horse, and the bull rams the horse and kills it. And so his uncle, seeing that from the window inside the house, from the kitchen window, says, "All right, that bull's a danger to the family. I'm gonna have to deal with it." So he goes out with his 12 gauge, and my compulsive liar friend tries to stop his uncle from killing the bull, and he grabs onto him. "No, please, don't kill him. Don't kill Reuben. He's my friend. I've raised him since he was little. Shut up." And he hits him with the butt of the rifle. Knocks and he goes over there and he shoots the bull and kills him. So he laments the death of his friend Reuben the bull, and he tells us, "Well, dude, we had to bury him out in the yard. Dude, his horns were so big they were sticking up from the ground when we buried him." Gosh. It's hard to breathe when I tell you that story. He was a habitual compulsive liar. His lies got worse and worse every week. It was like some of those lies he would tell us. It was Do you guys know how like sometimes they'll premiere a movie on say like WGN or whatever network it's on. they'll premiere a movie, and then later on in the week they'll have an encore presentation. So he'll tell us a story that I think he saw in that particular movie, because later on we would catch that same movie on the encore presentation. That exact same story that happened in his life is in that movie about, oh gosh, what was it? He was in detention for something, and he orders a pizza, and I guess the delivery guy brings the pizza. Let's play Frogger while I talk to you. And the teacher's like, "You can't order pizza. Why did you order pizza during detention?" He tells, "Well, I was going to let you have a third of it. I want half." So him and the teacher split the pizza in class. All right, dumb story. Later on in the week, a few days later, we saw a movie, and that exact same scenario happened in that particular. I forget which movie it was. You guys know which movie I'm talking about? Drop it down in the comments. But that something similar, something to the same effect of that movie in the scene of that movie was the same story that he just told us that happened to him while he was in high school. I mean, come on. Should I guy? No, I can't tell you the guy's name. Gosh darn it. He also told me a story one time about how he saw a UFO, uh, and his dad, who was in the military, tried to gaslight them and tell them that they didn't see it, but they saw a UFO one time. That's not one of the more sensational stories. I got to tell you a story from the bus driver, not the bus driver, I mean the truck driver from Canyon State Oil. He told us a weird story one time. I hate that. You know, this game kind of stinks. Let's grab another one. Let's play some Joust while I talk to you guys. Let me turn off the light because this one already has its own backlight. Shut up, Frogger. He told us some weird story about he was up in Elephant Buttes, New Mexico. Let me turn the sound up a bit. So anyway, he was in Elephant Buttes, New Mexico at an ammunition testing site that's ran by the military. So what they had for target practice, they had these big corner meat lockers. Well, I would call them meat lockers. But anyway, they had these corner lockers with freezers in them, and they had human cadavers in them of people who donated their bodies to science. So they propped these dead bodies up on lawn chairs, put sunglasses on them, and put a summer outdoor patio for them, like they're having a summer cookout. And they pull out M16s, AR-15s, and start blasting these dead bodies to see how they affect the human body. So I told that same story. I told him to another coworker up in Texas. We went to an auction in El Paso, Texas, and I told one of the guys who knows this truck driver because he delivers also up in New Mexico and over in Texas. And I told him that story that he told us, and he said, "You know, that is totally effed." Later, I heard from some guy at a church in Tucson. He said that that does happen. That the military does have coroner freezers with human cadavers in them, and they test out ammunition on these cadavers. But I don't think that the truck driver who told us that he witnessed that firsthand, I don't think he was telling us the truth. I think he might have heard something about it, but then he made up a story about how he witnessed it firsthand himself. So you guys take that with a shot of vinegar. I don't know if the military does that. It wouldn't surprise me if they do, but I don't believe that our truck driver actually witnessed that for himself. I also don't believe that he went to Vietnam. Is there a strategy to Joust? Balloon fight also plays similar to Joust. Except I think you have to be a little bit higher altitude to kill your enemies in Joust. Oh, no, 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 no! I stink at this game. You know what else I got? Check this out. I got Q*bert. I'm not very good at it, but we'll play it anyway. One player. Yeah, one player. Who else am I going to play with? Why are you asking me one player? That's stupid. What am I going to do? I'm going to swap this around with everybody in the room. Loading. Level 1. Start the game already. Got a little bit of phlegm. I think my allergies are acting up. It's dusty up here in Phoenix. And I think the wind's blowing outside. Oh, my sentiments exactly. You licking cootie infested feather plucking son of a biscuit. Oh, I accidentally paused it. Let's start all over. Let's try that again. Pay no attention to the man in the reflection. He is not there. He is in your mind. I do not look like that. I look like a ferret. If you guys saw my review of MASH on the Atari 2600, that is my true identity, the ferret face. But don't any of you guys call me that. I'm sensitive. I'm not supposed to be known as a ferret face. I'm so handsome they kicked me out of Payless Shoe Store. No, Payless Shoe Store is not around anymore. What is that a testament to? I don't know. Don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. Anybody from Douglas know any stories I should tell? Aside from the one that somebody put a wrench in the laundry basket and I dumped it out and I didn't see it and they smacked me on the foot. Do you remember that, Kenny? No? Oh, nobody remembers that. That happened while I was in high school. I also got Towering Inferno. Do the batteries even still work in this? Yeah, that's right. Radio Shack made their own counterfeit Game & Watch games. But I don't know if the batteries are any good. These also doubled as alarm clocks. You know what? I do not believe that the batteries are good in these. That's what I get for buying batteries from Dollar Tree. We have another sip. I also got Jet Moto. This thing also vibrates. I don't know why. I guess well, yeah, that's a stupid thing to question. Hold on. Maybe someday I'll be playing R-Zone games while you guys watch me or listen to me talk about past experiences. Yeah, see, that's the thing about some of these Tiger Electronics. The light works for some of them, and for and others it doesn't. Another one I really had trouble filming was this one. I got lights all around me, but look how poorly it appears on the. Actually, that's a lot better than it appeared when I first recorded. Why is the camera cooperative? It was my favorite day. Yeah, it would be, Kenny. Wow, it actually looks pretty decent now. You know, this game was not cooperating with me when I first reviewed it. Now it is. I said in the review that I feel that this is the participation trophy of Tiger Electronics because any idiot who can beat this game, anybody can beat this game. There's no real strategy to this game. Well, what do you expect from a game that was made for small children? It's like a musical jingle after potty training. That's how easy this game is. Don't know what I'm referring to? Well, see, the light doesn't really help it. And I cannot stand that cacophony. Ah, I got Mega Man 2. You want to be a hit with the ladies? Beat Electronic Mega Man 2 by Tiger Electronics. You'll be the talk of the town. They'll name streets after you. They'll open charities in your name if you can beat Electronic Mega Man 2 by Tiger Electronics. Evil geniuses. I'll quote Mark Bussler by calling Tiger Electronics evil geniuses. Slapping licensed properties on garbage games. You know what? The light is really not doing it for me with this game. See, this is another one of those games where the light doesn't help it. Who do we fight next? You guys tell me. Do we fight Airman, Bubble Man, uh, F Man, or Flash Man. There's Magnet Man. Let's play. Who did I just beat? We'll fight Flash Man. Oh, they gave me some platforms. How generous of them. I still haven't beaten this game. That's why I'm still single and unmarried and don't have kids. And it looks like I'm going to be single for a while because these crabs are killing me. You can also grab onto the wall. You can't do that in Mega Man 2 for the NES. It's hard to hold this still while I hold it in front of the camera and talk to you guys at the same time. So, I'll tell you another funny story. Of Thanks for the stream and the Music King. The Music King. What is that supposed to mean? I don't know what that means. I need you to tell me. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm not allowed to sing. It's considered an act of terrorism. Music King. Music King. Are you talking about my project Bedia? Is that what you're talking about? My Christian black metal one solo project. I had a friend on Facebook. He used to play different Christian bands, and he would say, "Awesome, awesome Christian black metal symphonic music, my night," or something like that. But he would add "my night." Oh, okay. No, I'm not the king. I sing about the king. Jesus is the king. I'm not the king. He's the king. He gets all the glory. I don't. But any case, what other games do I got? Let's see. I got Kong Man or King Man, as it known here, but I don't. The batteries don't work on it. The battery terminal. Let me show you. I saw an article that Radio Shack will be making a comeback soon, and I hope that they do, because I'm gonna break this battery cover worse than it's already been broken. I swear. Oh, look at that. I already cracked it trying to get it off. And that's the thing about these plastics, that they become very brittle over time. But look at that. You see the terminals? Let me turn on the light so you guys can see that. And I got other handhelds that are like that just have this problem. So I really hope Radio Shack makes a comeback so I can buy new terminals for this, buy a soldering pen. And if you guys are watching, my birthday's coming up. I would fancy a 3D printer. Yeah, I'm telling you guys what I want for my birthday. That's pretty shameless. Any case, not everything I say is meant to be taken seriously. But any case, I hope to get a 3D printer soon. No, not duct tape. So I can print another one of these. When they break, I can get a 3D printer and just print another battery cover. But I can still put this one on. I'll show you another one real quick. Hold on. Oh, you guys are going to love this. Hold on. I got Tiger Woods Tournament Golf. That's the most action-packed game of the set. But that's not what I was going to show you. I got this Sea Battle from Radio Shack. I bought this at Zia Records. The terminal on this is real corroded. It doesn't have the battery cover because the very night I bought it, the very moment I bought it, I went outside and I tried to remove the cover and it just shattered. All I was doing, I was just pushing it like this, not hard, and the thing just shattered into a bunch of pieces. So that's why I would fancy a 3D printer, so I can break as many of those battery covers as I want. And oh my gosh, I got another game to show you that I am so angry about this. I am so angry about this, I can go pick a fight with homeless people in Los Angeles over it. You guys don't take my joke seriously. Look at this. It's in the case. It was brand new. I cut it from the side to get it open. But this was brand spanking new. Never open. I bought it at the Brass Armadillo. And look at this. I cannot believe it. It's complete. It's got the manual and everything. But look what happens as soon as you start playing it. Hold on. Wait a minute. Something. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that would be a problem. Let's put some batteries in it. Let me steal some batteries from... Let's steal some batteries from the 101 Dalmatians real quick. No, let's not steal those batteries. I don't like that brand of batteries. Hold on. What else do I got in here? Oh, look what I found. There's that blasted battery cover from that Sea Battle game. Why am I even holding on to it? I should just throw it away. So let's put some batteries. Let's take some batteries out of this pinball game and put them in that. Put them in that hockey. Not. I think it's hockey. Yeah. No, it's soccer. That soccer game. And I showed you guys. It was brand new in the packaging. Brand spanking new. Not. And look what happens. Let's start playing it for a while. Oh, let's steal the ball away from them. Huh, it's actually cooperating with me. Maybe it was the type of batteries I was using. Because it's never cooperated before. I'm trying to kick it. I'm trying to get it away from this guy. Ole, 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 ole. Well, how many of these handhelds do you have? I don't know. I was not expecting this to cooperate with me. It's never worked before. But I'll give you a quick scan of these handhelds that I have in just a minute. Ah, true to life graphics. It's as bad at soccer as I am. I'm not a very sports kind of guy. I like professional wrestling, but I'm not really into sports. Football is back in season, and I could care less. I'd rather watch the paint dry than to watch football. Ah, give me. Huh. Doggone it! I'm trying to get it in. I'm trying to get it back and get it into the goal. We're just kicking it back and forth. You know what? For the longest time, I didn't review this game because it hadn't been working properly, but now it seems to be working. But like within 30 seconds of playing this game, it would just blank out. It would freeze and then it would blank out. But that doesn't seem to be a problem. It might have been the batteries that I put in it. Strange. Well, that just removed the noose hanging in my bathroom. Now I have a reason to live because this game works. I told you guys earlier, don't take my joke seriously. You know how much you spent on those games knowing that? I don't know. I don't keep track of that jazz. I don't spend that much money on these, and I don't buy them all the time. And if anything, what I do is I buy them, I get them on sale, or I trade stuff in that I don't need, and I get them discounted. The Tiger Woods game, I think, was only like $3. But see, I got all of this over here. I got these in here. Got some from Radio Shack. Since you guys are asking, I need to dust this place and clean it, but I'm a custodian, and that's the last thing you want to do is clean stuff up when you get home. So I got the Atari 2600 there, the 7800 NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis with the 32X. I got Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, PlayStation 2. I got that Telegames Pinball Breakaway. I got a Nintendo Wii and a PS4. And hold on. Oh, I got another handheld over here. I got Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Yeah, let's put that on the bed. Now, let's throw that in there. Here we go. Now it's a party. Ha! Now the ladies are going to want to come over. I also got Game Boy Advance. You saw the Sega Game Gear way over there. So hold on. Oh gosh. Now I have to play this one. Oh, I shouldn't have opened this. Hold on. We'll get back to that. I got all these Game Boy games, and I also got... That's where I was keeping the Game Gear games, but I threw them all on the bed. But since we got this Mary Kate game, we may as well. Mary Kate and Ashley. Yeah, the place is a mess. I'll clean it in due time. But this is my day off. It's my day to relax. I don't want to clean stuff on my day of relaxation. What would you say is the centerpiece of your collection? A centerpiece? Huh. Well, if I would use any of these as a centerpiece on the kitchen table during Thanksgiving or dinner time during Christmas, I think these would make wonderful centerpieces with candles around them. Don't you think? With some candles around them, and there's a bowl of bread rolls, and there's a, a bowl of buttered corn. Yeah. In the big dining room, in my grandmother's dining room. Well, my mom probably doesn't want me calling it the dining room. I mean, like the one you most happy own. I'm happy to own all of these. I'm especially happy to own this, even though it's horrendous. It's probably the worst, one of the worst games here. But I'm happy to own it because it's Godzilla. You, why am I happy to own it? Just because it's Godzilla? Well, look at the wall. Okay. I'm not too crazy about that poster that says a god incarnate, a city doomed. Yeah, a god incarnate. Yeah, there's only one god, and that ain't it. That ain't him. I beg your pardon. That is not a god. They didn't call him a god in the original movies. They didn't start doing that till like recently. So no, he is not a god. There's only one god, and that's not Godzilla. That's just. This is all just a hobby. This is not. If this place were to catch fire, I'm not gonna do anything to try to salvage any of this. The only thing I'm gonna salvage is my own butt, because I don't live for this stuff. This stuff is just for fun. Let's see. So what game? Oh, that's right. We're not gonna play Godzilla. We're gonna play Mary Kate and Ashley. Get a clue. Let's turn off the flash. We don't need the flash for this. You would think this game is a horrendous game like a lot of the Barbie games, but actually it's not that bad. It's actually pretty neat. Club Acclaim. I think this is a reskin of a Japanese detective game. I'm not sure about that though. Oh wow, hold on. Let me start that again. You guys got to hear this. Hold on. Let me go back to that. You guys got to hear this. On a Game Boy Color cartridge. Listen to this. Here we go. Come on. Here you. You couldn't understand. It says the Mary Kate and Ashley get a clue for Game Boy Color. Why did they even try to put voice in this? All you hear is me. I hear static and we'll solve any crime by dinner time. Yeah, that's cute. Stop talking to me and let's play the game. We don't need to read that. I don't know which one I'm playing as, Mary Kate or am I playing as Ashley? Oh, I can bounce on her head. So all you gotta do is collect the pieces. Let's see. Push the select button. That does nothing. Oh, okay. Now I can play as the dog. Push the select button. Okay, and now I can play as the other little girl. Level 1. Use Ashley to climb to the top and flick the switch to open the gate and get the first puzzle piece. Okay, which one is Ashley? I'm going to assume that the one I'm currently playing as is Ashley, and if I'm not, that's how we'll know. Okay, that is not Ashley. Hey, what was Cheeto Finger story Kenny was talking about? I just told that story. All right, so this is Ashley. That's Ashley. That's Mary Kate. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how distinguishable that they are. To no, I guess that's not because she's not. Did she flick? Oh, she did. I'm gonna play as the dog. Come on, dog, go get that key. Doggone it! I took too long. All right, I'm Ashley again. Get that. There we go. We got one puzzle piece. Yeah, there's quite a bit of glare on this. Let's collect all these. I don't know what they are. Yeah, I think you can throw the dog. Let's find out. Let me go grab the dog and throw him. Yeah. Hmm. Am I playing as Ashley or? Oh yeah, I guess I am playing as Ashley. Use Ashley to flick the switch. Blah 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 blah. All right, whatever. Ah, I couldn't get it. I couldn't get up there. All right, hold on. I'm gonna go over there with Mary Kate. Okay, now I'm gonna use Ashley down here. Flick that switch. Now we got a second puzzle piece. That is real. This is really hard to play through the camera. There we go. Collect all the puzzle pieces, or whatever those are supposed to be. Ashley has to activate the switch at the top. Use clue to get the next piece of the puzzle. I guess that's the name of the dog. His name is Clue. Let me switch to the dog. I'll just put him in front of the cage. Okay, I guess that's Mary Kate. Mary Kate can't flick switches. What sense does that make? Only Ashley can flick the switches. Which one has the head that you can bounce off of? Hey, let's see that again. All right, I've had enough of that. I also got these little LCD handheld games. I got Race Car. I got Super Pinball. I don't know if the batteries are any good anymore on these. Oh, wait. I spoke too soon. Let's turn on the light. Uh oh. It's frozen. It. Let me turn it off. It won't turn off. It won't turn off, and it's making this hum this. Come on. Off. Turn off. You know what? I will banish you to the bottom of my pillow and let you hum yourself to death. Hey, it stopped. Hold on. No, it didn't. I'm putting it back under the pillow. It will suffer in exile underneath my pillow while it hums and until the battery dies. But we also got Raceway. And we have Raceway, but it doesn't want to turn on. It has batteries. I know it does. Well, any case. We also got this, but it needs to be resoldered. I also got some Sonic games from McDonald's somewhere. I have Karnov by Tiger Electronics, but I also have haha Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Konami. This game kind of makes me anxious, tell you the truth. Let me turn off the light because the light doesn't help this one a whole lot. So the object of this game, I already reviewed this game, but doggone it. I already reviewed this game, but I'll tell you the objective is to get the key and rescue April, which won't fly in modern society anymore because everybody wants the strong woman, the strong boss lady woman, or whatever the stupid feminazi propaganda that they want in movies and in cartoons nowadays. There's nothing wrong with Mario saving Princess Peach, okay? There's nothing wrong with Michelangelo rescuing April O'Neil from the sewer, okay? It stinks down there. She wants to be rescued. I doubt if she's captured by the Foot Clan in the nasty, smelly sewer over a stream of poop water, the last thing she's concerned about is being a strong-willed, independent boss lady, burning her bra in protest at City Hall. I doubt that's going to be on her mind. The only thing that's going to be on her mind is, Michelangelo, please get me out of here. Play the turtle game. What do you think I'm playing? What other turtle game do you think I have? Or am I just receiving your comments a little bit late? Just review it again. No, I don't need to review it again. I already reviewed it. It's magical, fantastical, amazing, spectacular. Those are not adjectives that the Ninja Turtles use. For Halloween, you should be April. Yeah. Well, for Halloween, you should be Ursula. How do you like them apples? You poor unfortunate soul. My camera keeps blurring up on me. I don't know why. What's another story that compulsive liar told me one time? I can't tell the story of the Jewish girl. I can't tell you the story of that one night at Calvary Cemetery, what he did to that one grave of a very famous rancher down there. Uh, yeah, we can't tell that story. I really wish he hadn't done that, and I've seen him do it twice. Ah, I got Jurassic Park. We're in for it now. That is one big pile of excrement. How do you expect me to quote that line? This is a family show. Doggone it. If the dinosaurs don't get me, it's that boulder. Evade the dinosaur. Climb the tree. Swing like your Tarzan, and it's not working this time. I was strolling through the park one day when a dinosaur spat in my face. I was hit by a rock. Now I'm gonna jump like what rhymes with rock? Ah, here we go. I was having a lousy time, and then I swang from a vine. You'll be Ursula, but you have to be April with a red hot wig. Has it occurred to anyone that Ursula the Sea Witch is just John Madden in drag? You don't believe me? Get a picture of both of them and compare them. Change the color scheme to blue on John Madden. Tell me he don't look like Ursula the Sea Witch. Only a little bit more masculine. Jump. Jump. I just a moment ago said this is a family show and I'm talking about John Madden in drag. I'm so ashamed. I am so sorry to all the Make-A-Wish kids out there. I am so sorry to little Johnny in the hospital with the delusion that he's Princess Diana when he isn't. I got ice hockey here. This is not a Tiger Electronic. This is by MGA. This is the same people who made that Godzilla game. Does anybody in Douglas remember when they had arcade machines in Sonic Burger? I was little. I remember that they had the arcade machines outdoors, and I think they would tarp them when it rained. I'm not sure why they got rid of them. There isn't a Sonic Burger there anymore, but they had them. Arcade machines were real popular back in the 80s and in the early 90s. I mean, there was not a place, a store of some type where you didn't find at least one arcade machine somewhere. I mean, even the drugstore, you would find at least one arcade machine. I remember they had them at Safeway when Safeway, which is now Food City. I remember they had a little arcade section, and then they got rid of it. And then I remember you still have to wear a red hot wig. Well, I'm not wearing Jack Diddley squat. How about them apples? I'll tell you what. If I wear a red hot wig, you have to be Miss Elizabeth, and I'll be the Macho Man. We got to do that first, and then I'll wear a red hot wig. But I'm not going to be April O'Neil. I'll be Ronald McDonald. What are your top 3 movies? Well, let's go look at them. Like I said, I told you I really need to dust in here because look at this. Godzi. This is not a movie. This is a video game. That's another video game. That's a movie right there. Well, yes, Godzilla, but there are more. The top 3 movies. Let's see. The first Godzilla in its original uncut Japanese version. That's a real good one. But let's see, the top 3 movies. That's a real tough one. Because there are other movies I like. Yes, I see you saying Godzilla. I think it's obvious that I'm into Godzilla. But let's see. The very best movies I would have to say, in no particular order, is this one. Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack. That is a real good one. If you haven't seen that one, you have to see this one. This is one of the better man in a rubber suit versions of Godzilla. The one with Godzilla. Another real good movie. Hold on. Let me move this guy out. Let's see. All of the Gamera Guardian series are real good. But this one also. I forgot it was in a box set. Hold on, you guys. Let me pull it out. Let me pull this one out. Just give me it. Bear with me. Is this one Gamera Revenge of Iris? It's also known as Gamera 3. Yeah, Gamera 3 Revenge of Iris. That's a real good one. So that's two movies that I picked. And oh, the best one out of all of them. I mean, I would throw all the other ones away for this one is Reptilian. Yeah, no, I'm not being serious. That movie's terrible. Absolutely horrible. Let's see what other Godzilla movies did I hear that I have. I actually didn't like Godzilla vs Kong all that much. I thought it was kind of hokey. I thought the whole Hollow Earth thing wasn't as well done as something by Jules Verne. I thought it was kind of dumb and it was kind of silly. I'm just being honest. But another real good Godzilla movie would have to be from the Showa era. And one that I really enjoy because it's just a little bit darker of the whole Showa era is Terror of Mechagodzilla. That is a movie, one of the Godzilla movies I think you should see as well. The special effects are kind of corny. Yeah, it's kind of hokey, but it's just real likable. It's just real enjoyable. And let me put you know what? I'll just put this stuff away later. But while I'm here, I also got Mysterians, Matango. I remember my roommate used to love Matango, the Attack of the Mushroom People, and he's not, I don't think I had. I saw this at Zia Records over in Mesa. No, maybe it was Chandler. I think yeah, it was the Zia Records in Chandler, and I had to grab it right away. It was Atragon. I'd been looking for this one for a long time. This movie had eluded me for the longest time, and I was so excited when I found it. But I'm also looking for Dogora. And there's another movie of the same name, but the one I'm talking about is is something like a jellyfish from outer space. It's a squid-like kind of monster. I don't have. That's one I'm missing. Godzilla vs. Destoroyah is also a real good one. I got the Hong Kong versions because the ones that were released by TriStar Pictures, that were re-released by TriStar Pictures here in the States, they they just don't do them justice. They just I don't know. I just don't like them. But while I'm over here, I'm gonna go back to the bed real quick with my games. But while I'm here, I'm gonna show you what else I got. I have the American version of King Kong vs. Godzilla from the '60s, and I also got the Japanese version of King Kong vs. Godzilla, with Kong swinging Godzilla around. And there's this long urban legend that in the American version, Kong wins. In the Japanese version, Godzilla wins. There is a huge difference through the movie in both the Japanese and the American version. They're very different, but the fight at the end is the same. The only difference at the end is that the music is different. And at the end, at the very end of the movie, you hear Godzilla roar and you hear Kong's roar. But the fight, all the scenes, the sequences, they're exactly the same. So Godzilla disappears and Kong swims home. In both movies, they're the same. So no, it's not true that in the Japanese version, Godzilla wins, and the American version, Kong wins. That is total fallacy. I think there was a creature feature book that made that claim also. We had the creature feature books when I was a kid at Joe Carlson Elementary, and there was a Godzilla book. They also had the Blob. They had books about the Wolfman. You know, they were just horror movie classics, but they were made into a book series for kids. So, and of course, the one I picked up was Godzilla, and it made the claim that in Japan, Kong wins, and here in the States, I mean, in the States, Kong wins, and in Japan, Godzilla wins, but it's totally not true. Godzilla is king of the monsters. Yes, Mom, Godzilla is king. He's not queen. You keep calling him she. Godzilla's not a she. Godzilla's a he. If there's a female Godzilla out there, I'd hate to see her because I'd imagine she would be very ugly. But I guess to Godzilla, she'd be pretty. I don't know what I'm talking about. No. You knew that. You keep calling him a she. He is not transgender. He's a reptile. Only certain species of frog change their gender. Well, that's what I was told in Jurassic Park anyway, but I don't think uh, Godzilla does. The big red wig. You are going to wake up one morning with red hair, I swear. Here's a football game from the 19. You know what? I cannot read the label here. It's faded. I don't know what year this one came out in. I think there was one by Mattel that came out in the 70s. But this is the exact same game, but just a different brand. There's no actual football. I'm this light over here, and I got to try to make my way over here, make my touchdown. There's an opening, and I got tackled by this guy right here. No, I'm not reviewing it. I'm just playing it. Come on, open up. Make an opening for me. It's already been about an hour and a half, and I got a total of 2 views. You guys are breaking my heart. I was hoping to get at least 11 views, and doggone it if I wasn't paying attention. See, I come through here, and I reappear over here. All right. I really don't know what the kick button does. How did Baby Godzilla happen? Well, Kenny, you had a few too many to drink, and you went into the crocodile pit, and that's how Baby Godzilla happened. There's a crocodile in that pit that's demanding child support, by the way. That's how Baby Godzilla happened. It's all your fault. Let me try this again. All right, I'm going to try to find an opening and make my way there. This doesn't have a directional pad. I'll show you the button layout later. And your comments are getting right in front of my gameplay. I have no opening. Yeah, they got me. I'll show you real quick. You see up, down, this is forward and back. Or when I start running from this end, it's half, whatever. Let's push kick, see what that does. Nothing. Or am I supposed to kick the guy in front of me? You don't kick in football. You only kick football, but you don't kick the other players. I don't think anyway. You know, Kenny, I had a dream last night that we were at a store somewhere in Peoria, and I really had to go to the bathroom, and I went to the men's room in there, and it was filthy. And just as I was about to use the toilet, I woke up, and turns out I really did have to go to the bathroom. Yeah, that stinks, man. I'm at that age where I got to get up several times at night and go Super Saiyan to have a bowel movement. If anybody knows any herbal medicines for that, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, you know what? I've had enough of this game. But I'll show you the button layout real quick again. Status, score. I really don't know what status is. I know what the score is. I had to change the batteries. Yesterday they didn't want to work. Amazingly, this battery hasn't broken yet. This is a real old handheld. I think it's from the 70s. I really don't know if it's from the 70s like the Mattel one. Got my ColecoVision game. Let's call order pizza. What was the point of that? What game should I start playing? How about some Tiger Woods? A riveting, exciting. Yeah, I don't think this light is going to help me. Hey, Kenny, do you know any other stories I should start telling? Oh, wow, this game has some pretty dynamic special effects. Where did it go? Clean ones, clean jokes, or clean stories. A lot of the stories from our compulsive liar friend are not very clean. Yeah, this game is really dull. Let me see. What story did that guy tell us that I don't believe? I can't tell any funny stories about my younger brother because he's. Let's see. Bring up the story about the cooler. Oh, shut up. We can't talk. I told you we can't tell that one. It's the cooler, Mister. It's the cooler. Oh, leave me alone. I was 16 at the time. I was becoming a man, and a lot of those girls were very pretty. I had one girl that used to blow kisses at me during class. She even, while I was sharpening my pencil, yeah, let's say she gave me a baseball pat. Yeah, we'll call it that. She gave me a baseball pat while passing by while I was sharpening my pencil because I guess she thought that was funny. Um, I don't know if she's watching this. I think I'll say her name. I think she thinks it's funny. She thought it was funny. Her name is Roxana. Um, I ain't gonna tell you her last name, but I think she was from Agua Prieta. We had a lot of kids from Agua Prieta at Mountain View Christian School. Actually, and a lot of those kids had very dirty minds. And I'm not talking about, and not just the ones from Agua Prieta. I mean, a lot of the kids here over in Douglas too were. And that's anywhere. But yeah, we had a lot of kids that did some inappropriate stuff down in that Mountain View Christian School. I think probably the most memorable things we had in that school were the stupid choir practices. I hated choir practice. I was forced to sing choir practice because the instructor threatened to expel me from that school if I didn't sing in the choir. I absolutely hated it. In elementary school, you hold hands with a little girl in the playground. No, I did not hold no hand with no little girl in a playground. Not in elementary. I don't remember that. What little girl did I hold hands with in elementary? I don't remember that. I remember Maritza, who also lived in the same neighborhood. Yes, you did. What little girl did I hold hands with? What are you talking about? What little girl are you talking about? I can't remember any little girl I was holding hands with in elementary school. I remember Maritza running up to me and planting me one right around the ear and around the cheek. I don't know her name. No, I wasn't holding Maritza's hand. I remember she went to A Avenue with me, but she also lived she lived in the trailers behind the house that we lived at. There was a trailer house that kind of encompassed around the house. So she also lived in that trailer park, and I remember she used to come over and play, her and her cousins. And I remember I used to run away from her because she would try to kiss me. And one time I wasn't fast enough, and she wrapped her arms around me from behind and planted me one, like right underneath my ear, above my cheek, that little spot above my ear and above my cheek. But anyway, she got me good that day. And at 8 or 9 years old, I wasn't ready for that. She was pretty though, but I just wasn't ready for that. Not at that age. You don't believe that story? Well, it's too bad. It happened. I don't know what she's doing nowadays. I don't know if she's married now or if she's married. I don't even know if she's dead or alive. I remember her cousin. He was wheelchair bound. His legs didn't work. They used to call him Crazy Legs when he was in high school. But I don't know whatever happened to that girl. Jet Moto. You know what? I pulled this out earlier, but I don't think I played it. Let's play it. Okay, let's not play it. It's not. It's not. Let me turn off the light. Maybe it'll help if I dim the light. Okay, accelerate. I don't remember holding no little girl's hand in elementary school. Now I got to think of what girl's hand I was holding in elementary school. Was that at Joe Carlson or was that at A Avenue? See, if you don't remember, that's how I know you're lying. Okay. I got a trigger right here. Maybe I'm supposed to hold on to that. Start. There we go. Something's happening. Oh, okay. I'm supposed to set up the game, but how am I supposed to set it up? Look at that. How can you read? How can I read any of that? Oh, remember when they called me from school because you pushed her off the table? No, I don't remember pushing her off the table. And I don't remember holding her hands. I don't push girls off tables like Garfield kicks Odie off the table. I really don't. If I did, I don't remember. Another school, a friend from school, elementary school, was also a girl. She said, I don't think she'll mind me saying her name. Her name was Alexandra. She said, I used to always say somebody's going to get the green hot dog, and that didn't mean anything. It was just some random stupid thing that I just pulled out of my nose that I would say, and she thought it was funny. Okay, come on. What am I supposed to do? Okay, I think I get it now. You're making a lot of noise, but listen. You're making a lot of noise, but you're not doing a heck of a whole lot. Ready, set, go. Ah, there we go. Now we're moving. What girl did I push off the table? Can you tell me what girl I pushed off the table as a kid? Was that at Mountain View or was that at A Avenue School? Now I gotta get a hold of Alex and ask her if she remembers me pushing a girl off the table. I think it was A Avenue. You held hands at Joe Carlson. Who in the blazes did I hold hands with? And Joe Carlson. I don't remember that. I'm gonna ask Alex if she remembers because she knew me back then. Me and Alex, we go a long way. I'm gonna ask her if she remembers me holding hands with any little girl in in elementary school. I don't remember that. Do you remember when you made honey burgers? Yes, I do. Whom I ask is Rain. I made honey burgers many times. Actually, I haven't made honey burgers since I moved out of Douglas. I made, yeah, I don't remember making honey burgers for the longest time. I haven't made a honey burger in over 20 years. But yes, I do remember making honey burgers. Angel, is that you? Is that you, Angel, trying to make a fool of me on my own stream? You guys used to love my hamburgers. You used to also love my, let's see, honey burger. And that's not how you spell honey, by the way. Rain Allura. Rain Allura? What kind of name is that? That sounds like a name for a Mortal Kombat character. Let's see. Let me look at your comments. Top chat, live chat, none. How about, let me switch my settings to live chat. How about that? No, but it's somebody you know. Who do I know whose name is Rain? Are you the little girl I held hands with at Joe Carlson? Or the little girl that I pushed off the table? I'll hold hands with anybody. Let's play talking play-by-play baseball.
Top of the first inning. Eagles at bat.
Can you guys hear that?
It's the grounder.
Let me turn on the light. There we go. Oh, rats. The game started without me.
Top of the first inning. Eagles at bat. Ball one.
Ball one.
Welcome to the Batter Up World Series.
You hear that?
Between the Eagles and the Buffaloes.
Don't you just love technology from the 80s?
Eagles at bat.
Rain and Laura, I'm going to find out who you are.
Missed. Strike one.
Well, anyways, it's okay.
Strike two.
You're me hero.
Missed. Strike three. The batter is out.
Your name isn't Joshua, is it? That's the one who Kenny would say that is my hero. Did anybody remember Joshua down in Douglas? His dad was a custodian at the high school, at a lot of the schools, and he used to walk around with a trench coat. He was this African American kid. Smelled terrible. I think he was special needs. I used to hang out with him at A Avenue. I remember, yeah, I met him in kindergarten. I was sitting on one of those rails, one of those benches. Doggone it, what are they called? We used to like tightrope on these rails in the playground, and he was sitting on the one across from me, and he comes over and he pushes me off, and knocks me to the floor, and he goes back and sits down. And I thought it was a game, so I stood up and I went over there and I pushed him off his. And then I remember we were in the same class again. We weren't in the same class in the first grade, but we were in the same class in the second grade. And we were all buddying up. We were going to make a trip over to Joe Carlson Elementary for some kind of trip. I forgot what it was about. And they said, everybody pick your buddy. And I stood up and I pointed at him. And he was across the classroom. And then he stood up and he was pointing at me because I said, I want him because he's crazy. And he wanted to be with me because, I was nuts. Which one was crazier? It's debatable. I remember when we used to do laps around the football field at the not at the high school, at the park. Mrs. Bush, not what was her name, Mrs. Bush? No, what was her name? I think it was Mrs. Bush. She used to walk us over there, and we would walk laps around the football field at the 15th Street Park. And he would be screaming just nonsense. He'd be yelling "Waka Waka Waka" because he was into the Muppet Babies, and just screaming like a banshee. And I remember when they got him back in class, they told him, we're glad that you're enthusiastic about exercising, and we're happy to see you being active, but we were not too excited about you screaming like that because the neighbors will think the people who lived around that area will think you're nuts. But yeah, he used to be a lot of fun to be around. We had a falling out in the sixth grade, and then we met back again when we were both in our 20s. And I said, yeah, I know we had our differences in the past, but it's good to see you again. He says, likewise. And I remember he used to walk around town. It would be like, it was summer. It was like 100 degrees out, and he had that leather trench coat on, and he smelled terrible. And one time me and Kenny we saw him at the New York Pizza over on G Avenue. And I forget which arcade they still had arcade machines there. And then he said that he did a little dance and he goes, unbelievable. Kenny, do you remember that story? I'm trying to see your guys' comments, but it's not letting me see them. Hold on a minute. Live chat. All messages are visible. What did he say when he was doing that little dance in front of the arcade machine? He goes, I guess he did a little dance, snapped his fingers, and he goes, unbelievable. Or did he say amazing or something to that effect? Rain Alora, I'm still trying to figure who that person is. You know the weird thing about people in Douglas, a lot of people remember who I was, and I forgot who they were. I remember there was a kid. He wasn't a kid anymore. He was grown up by then. When I saw him again, he saw me at a bathroom at the library. He said, "Unbelievable." He saw me at a bathroom in the library, patted my back, and asked me how I was doing. He never. I remembered him from Bus Four, and I didn't remember him at all. Gosh darn, I don't even remember his name. I remember when I was working at Walmart, there's another dude who remembered me from riding bus number 4 and showed me the ropes when I on my first day at Walmart. Doesn't that kind of look like the rock creature from Heavy Metal 2000? So what about the cat named Marshmallow? That was not my cat. That was the a cat of a female friend of mine. Uh, her her and her sister were friends of mine, and the little girl, the younger sister, is now a burlesque performer. I think she owns her own dance studio over at. No, it wasn't Lodi. He's talking about someone else's cat. She's a burlesque performer down in Bisbee, and she has I think a fitness studio down in Bisbee. I'm not gonna say her name, but anyway, it was her and her sister's cat. And the reason why they named him Marshmallow because when you flipped him over and exposed his belly, it was a big fat. He had a big fat white fluffy belly that looked like a marshmallow. That's why the cat's name was Marshmallow. The little girl was also nicknamed Piranha because when she was a toddler, when she was a little baby, they put a sign on her crib that said, "Careful, she bites." Because anybody that would come to pick her up or anybody that would try to coochie-coo her or whatever it was, she would bite them. So she was nicknamed Piranha because of that. Again, I'm not going to say the girl's name. I'm not going to say or her sister's name because I think those people want me dead now. Rain Allura. Let's see. But that's the story of the cat named Marshmallow. They also had another cat, an ugly. Oh, duh, I don't have a game in it. They had another cat. I called him Blender Cat because he just looked like a speckled mess. He looked like they threw his fur in a blender and hot glued it back to his skin. That's why I called him Blender Cat, but I forgot what his name was. I also got the Star Wars pinball. And it's not turning on. Oh, this is the on button. Here we go. Let's turn the light on this one and show you this very disappointing cacophonous. It reverberates. Oh, Mr. Monke, how could you miss that? Those of you from Douglas, who remembers Joyland videos? Anybody remember that? Anybody remember Sunshine video? Yes, it was Lodi. I had a cat. I had a cat that was named Lodi. What's your favorite Inuyasha quote? I'm not really that much into Inuyasha, to tell you the truth. You can't be one of my cousins because I don't think I told you about the cat named Marshmallow. So no, I don't think you're one of my cousins. I was guessing you're my cousin Aram because he's the only one who would ask me about Inuyasha. But no, I really was not that much into Inuyasha. The animes I watched were mostly the Dragon Ball animes and um, shucks. I used to watch Big O, but that was a very brief moment. I watched some of the animes on Adult Swim, but I'm really not that much of an anime guy. I do like the Guyver. I like the I used to like the Project A movies, but I'm not too keen on upskirting underage girls. And a lot of anime from the 80s and the early 90s did that, and I'm not too wild about that. Dragon Ball, the first Dragon Ball was like that too, where Master Roshi, I guess, wanted to do some inappropriate things to Bulma, or he wanted to uh yeah, let's change the subject. Yeah. But yeah, that's the nature of a lot of animes. They're really into just upskirting women and especially underage girls. You were in love with Sailor Moon. I was in love with all five of the Sailor Scouts. What are you talking about? I thought they were hot, but none of them could replace Gadget Mouse. I know what's me favorite quote. What's you favorite quote then? Tell the world. You're into Sailor Moon. Yeah, I'm into Sailor Moon like you're into RuPaul. Let's take a look. Hold on, I'm gonna grab another game for my Game Gear. And get that Mary Kate one. Let's play some Tasmania. Well, I talk to you guys. Kagome, you're my woman. Okay. I'm guessing you're Angel. You're either Angel or you're Juan Encinas. One of the two. I don't think I ever said that around Jesus or Gilbert. If you're Zachary Wilson, that is a odd handle that you've chosen for your YouTube identity. I tell you, man. I expected better from you. Wow. You guys hear this cacophony? What am I supposed to do? I already forgot. Oh, okay. I'm supposed to spin and get away from that boulder. And I'm supposed to recharge my spin somehow. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm done. I am. Really? The Tasmanian devil can't touch a spring from the floor? Are you kidding me? You know, the spinning attack that he does doesn't really stop on a dime. Remember when you would be newscaster with the Encinas? Yes, I do. When we did the news, we used to report the news. This we would stage a news broadcast, and they would throw furniture at me. They would throw cans. They would throw chairs. They would throw garbage at me, all kinds of debris. But I didn't always go on those newscasts solo. Sometimes another one of the Encinas brothers would accompany me on one of those newscasts. The Tasmanian devil looks like you getting Cheeto puffs. Battery power is at 15%. Oh my goodness, my battery's about to die. I better plug my charger in. Hold on. My 10-foot charger. But there's going to be a bit of a ground loop once I plug this thing in. Okay, if you guys hear any static, that's the ground loop from the charger that I just plugged in. Any other games you guys see here that you would like me to play? I also got bowling. I said in the review of this game, I said that this guy looks like he's Mormon. I don't know, there's just something about blonde-haired, blue-eyed people that make me think they're Mormon. Yeah, I didn't just say that. Excuse me. Nothing against blonde-haired and blue-eyed people. Alright, let's pull this one out. Let's pull this big sucker out. Basketball. And let's look at the button layout. Remember that? That's shoot. Ball carrier left, ball carrier right. Display, start, slow. Oh no, low, I beg your pardon. Medium and high. Skill level 1. We'll pick skill level 1 and team 1. And start. What am I doing? Oh, he blocked me. I remember when you used to be able to buy toys like this at Radio Shack back in the 80s. When I remember when I was when I was just a little kid, there was a Radio Shack down in Douglas in the Safeway Plaza. A friend of my dad's worked there. His name was Tito. I remember he chased me. He had a remote control robot that had a microphone on the control that you could speak through, and he chased me around the store with the little robot. Andres, vengas aquí. Yeah, Radio Shack was awesome. I hope Radio Shack comes back. I really hope Radio Shack makes a comeback, because I really need to buy some potentiometers, some battery terminals, soldering pin. If any of you are my Secret Santa this year, I'm telling you my wish list. Doubtful. I'm not telling you to buy me stuff, Ma. In any case, I wasn't being serious. I'll go back to that one in a little bit. What else do I got in here? Oh, I also got... Oh, wow. How did this thing get so dust? No, Mom. You don't have to get me a 3D printer. You don't have to get me nothing. Don't worry about it. I was just joking. I don't need anything. I'm a big boy now. We don't need to exchange gifts under the tree no more. We're under the... Let's see. Duct tape. This thing is for the Atari 5200. This is a third-party device. I bought this at Azia Records over there in Tempe, and it was only... I think... How much was it? I think it was like $10. I found the same one at Bookman's, and they wanted something around $100 for it. So I really lucked out with this one. I don't have a 5200, but I just had to have it. But someday I will have a 5200, because the 5200 controllers are infamous for malfunction. And the numeric keypad, well, I got it here, and what this enables you to do, you see it's got this different pin set for the Atari 5200. But what that enables you, oh shucks, I almost spilled my soda. I don't have the, oh, I do have an Atari 2600 control right there. So if I want to play 5200 games, just plug that in right here. So I got my keypad right here, and now I got my joystick over here. And it's even got the slits right here for the overlay. I made a mess on my bed, I'll tell you what. You know, 41 years ago, somebody, you know what, I can't tell that joke, doggone it. Yeah, I want more Simpsons games. I don't think I have any more Simpsons. I used to have Bart versus the Space Mutants, but I pawned it and got another game for it. I regret my decision. I really wish I hadn't done that. But in the future, I will get more Simpsons games, and I will put them on the show. I found Bartman versus Radioactive Man on the NES for $30, but I thought that was kind of a stiff price for that game. Let me look up. Let me show you what else I have that I bought on my vacation. Wow, what a mess. I got Altered Beast, but that's not the game I wanted to show you. Where is it? What did I do with it? Well, in any case, the Simon's Quest, Castlevania 2 by Tiger Electronics was $30, but I had to have it. I bought that at the Toy Box down in Glendale. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna break my Oregon Trail video game. Let's put that away before that gets damaged. Anybody remember? Well, I'm talking about Oregon Trail. This is a miniature version of Oregon Trail, the one that we used to play on the Apple II computer back in elementary school. Anybody remember the Oregon Trail? Anybody also remember Word Muncher and Number Munchers? Those were real fun games, fun educational games on the, because they actually felt like actual video games on the old Apple II computers. You know, I found an Apple II computer on the street side in Tucson one time in what was known as the White Ghetto, and I didn't I didn't pick it up. I should have. I regret not picking up that Apple II computer. I really wish I had, because that way I could review Number Munchers and games like that. But maybe I could emulate Apple II on my laptop. If there's a way, yeah, I'm willing to do that, because those it's not very practical to be lugging around an old Apple II. Yep, your brother liked that. Like what? Oregon Trail? It's not very practical to be lugging around the Apple II computers. And the Number Muncher games, they came on those big black floppy disks. I mean, but when floppy disks were actually floppy. But Number Munchers was a real fun game. I think they also made it for Windows. But the most nostalgic version for me is the one on the Apple II computer. I really wish that they would re-release Number Munchers and Word Munchers on a little handheld like this. Hopefully, let's see, My Arcade, whoever makes these My Arcade games is listening, and they'll bring back Number Munchers, because that one was actually that was the game that almost caused fights around the Apple II computers in the computer labs. I also got another lousy Pac-Man game. I disconnected and it said reconnected. Something happened. Did I lose you guys? Let me see you down in the feed. I'm still trying to figure out which one is Rain Alora. Who? If they remembered that quote from the my Inuyasha quote, is like, "Kagome, you're my woman." I think that was what's his name? Koga is the one who used to say that. But let's see. It's true. King Cobra is a good drink. Okay. Is your name Philip? King Cobra. Yeah, I'll tell you the King Cobra story. That compulsive liar who we used to hang out with down in Douglas, who was a security guard. Not the truck driver, the security guard. One time, him and my roommate, they were drinking some King Cobras. This is the straight edge game room, but I'm straight edge, but a lot of my friends weren't. So they were drinking King Cobras, and one time the compulsive liar said, "Yeah, I like King Cobra. This is for men. This is a real beer, not some BS malt liquor." And Kenny was like, he turned the bottle and showed him that it said malt liquor on the King Cobra bottle. Idiot. Another one. Oh, I gotta tell you this story real quick. One time we were going around Douglas. We were walking around town. Who is this? We were walking around town, and we were crank calling people from payphones, and we crank called a couple of people that I had a bunch of quarters in my pocket, so we were going around to payphones and crank calling them, just being stupid. We were yelling like bread and butter into the phone, or we would moo like a cow into them. Just be idiots. We were being idiots. This was over 20 years ago. We were real knuckleheads back then. So I was crank calling somebody, and the compulsive liar who was with us, he had a empty beer bottle, and he threw it, and it goes tunk and falls, and something stopped it. It goes tunk and it falls, and he goes, "Dude, did you see that? The bottle stopped in midair." And Kenny starts laughing, and he points out to him, "No, idiot, there's a wire there, knucklehead." Oh gosh, I remember one time when I was at the hotel with him, and it was real windy outside, and the door, the side door started opening. Not the main entrance. There was also an entrance from the side of the building. He's like, "Dude, the door is opening by himself." And what it was is that it was the wind, a gust of wind blowing in from the crack of the door and making the door move slightly. Idiot. Oh gosh, I remember one time he told me that a shadow jumped out of the wall and made a noise. It goes, and he drew me a picture of it. It was just a silhouette. You know, that's plausible. People, I believe, have seen stuff like that before, but I don't think he had. I think he's just making it up. Let's play Pac-Man. Pac-Man looks like this, but the sound effects are pretty dynamic. I'm playing reverse Pac-Man. You can't see it too good. Let me turn on the light. This Pac-Man has two variations where you can just go after the 4 dots. That's why I'm calling it reverse Pac-Man. Bear with me. Now I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think who this guy is that remembered that story about the King Cobra. Let me turn this off. Turn it back on. Let's play regular Pac-Man. What am I doing? I'm doing something. Oh, I'm pushing the stupid mode button. It's not the mode button that's at fault. It's you, Mr. Monke. You're the stupid one. Don't blame the mode button for your own mishaps. Pac-Man was an arcade I saw just about everywhere, I remember. They had it at Giggles, they had it at the bowling alley. I think they had a tabletop version at the bowling alley down in Douglas. But, not that I'm complaining, Pac-Man is awesome. This version of Pac-Man is pretty lousy. And I got one that's even worse than that. Hold on. You thought that was bad. We don't need the light for this because it's got its own light. Not only does this game generate its own light, it generates its own horribleness. You know, I'm stealing lines from Mark Buster. He says Tiger Electronics don't generate their own light. They only generate their own awfulness. And my show serves as a more safe for work version of Classic Game Room. Not that I'm necessarily trying to copy Classic Game Room, but Classic Game Room was an influence for Straight Edge Game Room. Enjoy a lot of the angry video game nerd stuff, but the guy's kind of vulgar for my taste, and he's very Nintendo biased. And I'm not knocking the guy, but yeah, he is kind of biased when it comes to Nintendo and Sega. I think he's really missing out on a lot of cool games that Sega has. Is whip topping your favorite thing? No, we can't talk about that. We can't tell that story. We're not going to tell that whip topping story at Dairy Queen. And that wasn't me who made that request. The nerd is cool. Yeah, but the nerd is kind of biased to Nintendo. I remember they were playing one of the WWF games. I don't remember if it was Royal Rumble, but in any case, yeah, I think it was Royal Rumble, and he had thought that Hulk Hogan wasn't in the Super Nintendo version of Royal Rumble because Hulk Hogan was in WCW, when that wasn't the case. Hulk Hogan wasn't in WCW just yet. It's that Hulk Hogan was in the Sega Genesis version. But his go-to console seems to be Super Nintendo. It's always Super Nintendo this, Super Nintendo that. And yeah, and I know he does play other consoles, but I think he's just a little bit biased to Nintendo. But that's his preference. I really can't knock him for that. I mean, Mark Bussler, he's also, and he's admitted he's biased towards Sega. He's more of a Sega guy. Me, I try to give everything a fair shake. Try to when I review games, I review them in their own level, in their own what's the word for it? In their own category. I don't rate, like, I wouldn't rate Altered Beast for the Tiger Electronic by the same standard I would rate Altered Beast on the arcade, or how I would rate a game on the PlayStation 5, because that's just not fair. That's something a kid who plays only Fortnite, This dumb little Gen Z whippersnapper who plays nothing but Fortnite and Among Us and thinks all of this is stupid. That's the kind of standard a kid would like that would rate it. Now I don't rate stuff like that. Not that way. That's not the standard by which I review games. And I made a terrible mess. Should we pull out the Game Gear again? Move all this. Get all this stuff out of the way. Out of my way. Oh, we can't miss that. My kid's sister gave me this for Christmas. You can't break that up. Oh wait, I think we still got Tasmania. Let's pick another game. When we play, how about Lion King? Well, you guys tell me. What do you want to see? You want to see Lion King or you want to see Legend of Illusion with Mickey Mouse? So no whip? No whip. You got your choice of Lion King or Mickey Mouse. Which one is it? Lion King. All the any naysayers? Lion King? Okay, we'll play Lion King. And you'll have to forgive the resolution of this. And you know what? The game, it doesn't want to start. Hold on. All right. Haha. Just needed a little CPR. Lion King whip. Here we go. Virgin Interactive Entertainment. They actually made some pretty cool games back in the 90s. Listen to that rockin' soundtrack. It starts. I need to get this screen upgraded. Okay, I meant to hop on the porcupine. I didn't mean to swing over him. But this game is not easy to see. Oh, I just had a bright idea. No, wait, that won't work. Doggone it, because I have this stupid battery pack on the back. I could have got the super wide boy. Hold on, I'm gonna go get it anyway. Shucks. Don't go nowhere. Here it is. I got the dusty super wide gear. Let me dust you off. Pardon me. I had some prison burritos earlier. Now I'm burping up some of that ramen. I threw up a little bit in my mouth. You see, the super wide gear attaches it from the bottom and from the top with this thing, but it won't attach to the Game Gear with this battery pack on the back. So we got our battery problem resolved, but our screen we can't resolve with the super wide gear because it won't go on with that battery pack. Wow, that stinks. Hold on. I got another battery. What's your favorite Power Ranger? My favorite Power Ranger is the Pink Ranger. Well, not really, but she's actually kind of annoying. So hold on, let me come over here real quick. Oh my gosh, battery at 5%. Let me plug that back in. Oh my gosh. Let me grab that other battery pack real quick. Don't go anywhere. Or is it right next to me? No, it isn't. I'm gonna go grab it real quick. I can't disconnect the battery. Here it is. So I got another battery pack for the Sega Game Gear. Let me show you what it looks like. Hello. This is the Mighty Game Gear battery pack Ooh. With a wonderful belt clip that attaches to the side of your trousers whenever you're on those long road trips or on the city bus. And oh my, you ever guys seen that other guy's channel? I think his name is Ashens. You could now disconnect this horrible abomination and connect your battery pack for your Sega Game Gear. Ooh, my life is now complete and luxurious. Is that true? You played Zordon for 2 episodes? Or yeah, sure. Why not? I was also Alpha in the season finale. Ay, 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 ay. But taking this power pack is kind of a chore because it screws into the back. Can I get it off? No, I still got some more unscrewing to do. Bear with me. I do have a screwdriver, but I don't want to go get it. Okay, we got that battery pack off. So I'm going to connect this battery pack that attaches to your belt loop. See, it's got this clip right here. You just connect it to the side of your pants. And now connect this to the power input. And it's not charged. Doggone it. Let's see. Maybe if I flick the switch. No. It's not charged. It died on me. Ah! 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 Mother of Bob Dole. Any case, I also got some rechargeable batteries. But now I gotta go into the restroom where they're charging and go grab them. Hold on a minute. Give me a minute. Don't go. Hold on. While I go grab the batteries, you guys can watch Joust. Give me a minute. I'll only be. You need a nap. No. Hold on. Be right back. Let's go to the restroom. Okay, got some batteries there. I need 2 more. Be right back. I'll go to the kitchen and get the other ones where they're charging. Excuse me. Ooh, pardon me. Alright, I've got some more batteries. Let's put the batteries in the Sega Game Gear. I'm going through a lot of trouble just to get the super wide gear on the Sega Game Gear. And it probably won't make a heck of a whole lot of difference for the camera. But since I went through the trouble, the Sega Game Gear takes 6 batteries. Luckily, these are rechargeable. Nickel metal hydrate batteries that I bought at Batteries Plus Bulbs. These were not cheap, but they do last a long time. Cool thing about Batteries Plus Bulbs, while I'm at it, is the internal batteries in those power packs that I showed you. If you can get them open, Batteries Plus will actually they'll replace the internal batteries, and they replaced the battery. And I bought this for $5. It didn't work. The battery in it was from the early 90s, and it was just burnt out. It just wouldn't take a charge anymore. But I took it to Batteries Plus Bulbs, opened it up, and they replaced the battery for me. Same thing with this thing, but I haven't charged it, so we'll put that aside. So I got 6 AA batteries. Now we can put that wide gear on. Haha. Ooh, luxurious. And just as I thought, it didn't make a heck of a whole lot of difference for the in front of the camera. Yes, just get on with it. Why do I need to see all this stuff? By Virgin Interactive. Let's face the camera down a bit and then you know what? It has even more of a glare. And the screen looks even worse. Let's see what it looks like without the super wide gear at that same distance. Yeah. Worst day of my life. The stuff that you can get away with when you're not married, when you're not tied down to the responsibilities of matrimony and raising children. You can live the luxurious life that I live of middle-aged loneliness on LCD electronic handhelds. Yes, I hope to inspire future generations in years to come. Shut up, Andy. Ah. Well, let's play Strider while we're here. This is a Tiger Electronic that belonged to my older brother, but I had to open it up and resolder some wires. So it's glitchy, but it does power on. And it resets itself. I'm gonna need to open it up and put some new wires in it, because look at this. I kinda had to hamstring the components, but yes, this was my older brother's electronic when we were kids. Didn't work for about 25 years. I opened it up, put some new wires, and I got it to work. You are a Pokemon. Which one would you be? If I was a Pokemon? That's a good question. You know what? There's a bunch of new Pokemon, and I don't know all of them. So that's a tough one. If I was a Pokemon, I'd probably be a Squirtle. Yeah, Squirtle. I can't do that as well as I used to. My voice has changed a little bit over the years. Do you remember the Poke episode when we saw them revive Pikachu? Yes, but the light bulb was in his head, and the electrodes was not in any other part of his body. I know you like to make that assumption, but no, the electrodes were not connected to any part of his body. There's the disc, which tells me that I have beat level 1. Oh wow, now I'm in level 2. See this game? Oh shucks, he got me. I also got a weapon. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. That thing that follows you around. Can't expect these games to be exactly like the games that they represent, but you know, this game is not terrible, but it's not terribly challenging either. Oh, I skipped over the energy. Either that's for my energy or that was for my weapon. Turn around, you idiot. Yeah, I'm gonna have to open this up. Hold on. If there is a dinosaur, that's would be your name. I don't understand that one. I'm still trying to figure out what little girl was I holding hands with in elementary school. I don't remember that. I remember the little girl in A Avenue that kissed me when we were playing outside in the front in our front yard, but I don't remember the little girl I was holding hands with at Joe Carlson. I don't remember that one at all. I think you're making that one think you're making that up just to put me on. Because if I was holding hands with any little girl in elementary school, I'd remember it. Didn't have any girlfriends in elementary. No, not that I can remember anyway. You were young. See, I didn't hold hands with Denise. That's one girl. I didn't hold hands with Esperanza. I didn't hold hands with Alex. Didn't hold hands with any of them. Didn't hold hands with Patricia. Didn't hold hands with Nadine. Clarissa. No, Clarissa was from A Avenue. So no, that wasn't in Joe Carlson. My mom says I held hands with a little girl in Joe Carlson. I just don't remember which one. I really don't. I didn't hold hands with Stephanie. Didn't hold hands with any of the teachers. Well, I might have, but I didn't have a say in the matter. If I held hands with the teachers, it was because they were holding me by the wrist and pulling me to the principal's office because I... Yeah, we can't tell that story either. So, I had Simon's Quest here somewhere, but I don't know what I did with it. I think I buried it under all that. Did I bury it under the... What did I do with Simon's Quest? Where did it... Oh, here it is. Way over here. I said in the review, you pushed the little girl because she said she was acting sexy. Or you said she was acting sexy. I pushed the little girl off the table because I said she was acting sexy. Sounds counterintuitive. Does anybody know why Danny Thomas and Desi Lou and Raymond Burr had glass tables? Anybody know why they had glass coffee tables? Yeah, we can't tell that story either. But if you guys know, please don't drop it in the comments. They made a joke about that on the Ren and Stimpy show. I think Ren Hoek, he had some glass coffee tables, and they were autographed. One of them was autographed by Desi Lou, one was autographed by Danny Thomas, and one was autographed by Raymond Burr. As a little kid, I didn't get that joke. As an adult, yeah, we can't tell that story. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to look that one up yourselves. Oh gosh. Excuse me. Was that the reason why I pushed that little girl off the table? Pushed the little girl off the table because she was acting sexy. Let's play some Simon's Quest. You know, I can't get over that the whip is on the directional pad. I really can't. When I'm old and I'm senile and I'm suffering from dementia, which I hope never happens, one of my PTSD moments will be remembering that the whip is on the directional pad. Why would you put the whip on the directional pad? How am I supposed to get to the second level with everything here trying to kill me from above and from each side? Look at that. What am I supposed to do? I also said it when I reviewed this game that you can only use the throwing dagger, which says sword right here. I don't know why, but it's a throwing dagger. I said you can only use it once. I was mistaken because you can use it through 2, 3, 4 times. You can use it 4 times. Yeah. This has been an enlightening educationist moment for my brain, boy, because I'm smart. I'm going to get a Nobel Peace Prize for educating the masses that you could use the throwing dagger 4 times in Simon's Quest by Tiger Electronics. Step aside, Al Gore. You think you inconvenienced us with the truth? I just saved the masses, letting everyone know that you could use the dagger 4 times in Simon's Quest by Tiger Electronics. Remember that. There'll be a test about it on Friday. Well, if you're gonna kill me, you could do it nicely. Any other games you guys see here I haven't picked up and played just yet? I also got Kings of the Beach. I got that pinball game over there. I got we don't want to pick up that Tiger Woods game again. I'd play that Sea Battle one if the batteries in it worked, but they don't. Oh, excuse me. You know what? Let's open one of these up. Let me show you this real quick. I cannot really... Hold on. I got Mag's music activated game system. The way this works is that you connect music to it. Let me pull it out real quick. You connect music to piece of junk. There. You could put your hit clips. It had a slot somewhere for your hit clips. Hold on. Yeah, it's back here. Do you remember the little hit clips in the early 2000s that they sold them to kids? They were just little cartridges that only contained one song, one Britney Spears or NSYNC song, whatever it was. And they had a tiny toy stereo. So you can also put your hit clips in here. And what it would do, it would activate the game and you would shoot the waves according to the music. But when you play something as rambunctious as death metal music, the game is real the game is real distorted and messed up. But in any case, whatever you play, whatever music you hook in to this, it doesn't play very good, and you only got 3 buttons. So you got a little ship at the bottom that, hold on, I'll show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Those things, you move them side to side and you shoot those waves that are coming at you while the music plays. I can't play any specific song because of copyright issues, and I don't want YouTube to demerit me for that. I don't want them to penalize me for that. They already penalized me because I made supposedly a threatening comment about some drunk bum on one of those crime videos who made a threat to a police officer. I made a comment to the effect of that this guy wasn't spanked as a kid, and the state attorney is an idiot for letting the first charge go because he was charged for threatening the police officer. He told the cop that he was going to rip his head off and that he was going to beat him up, blah, 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 blah. And so I made a comment that this attorney general for dropping that charge is an idiot and that the guy should be beaten. So YouTube said that I was being harassing and threatening. No, I was just giving my opinion. I'm just giving my own opinionated input. Calm down, YouTube. Good grief. How many times have you heard mom and dad tell their kids, I'm going to kill you, but nobody takes it literal? For fart's sake, YouTube, calm your butt down. You take everything so darn serious. You act like you're the warden of San Quentin. You gotta keep an eye on everybody and censor every little thing that they do. Good grief. Well, now that I'm done with that little tangent, you know what? Should I go ahead and hold on? Let me see if I have batteries in this thing. Let me see if it turns on. Yeah, it turns on. I have an album from a friend of mine. His name is Bill Fraser from the Christian death metal band called Discern. I can probably hook. I don't think he'd mind if I use his music to play this. Hold on. Let me go get it real quick. While I go get that, you guys can look at Hubert while I get that. And let me turn the light off. Hold on. It's just a couple of feet away from my bed. I'll be right back. All right. I got the CD player. The band Discern. So I have the CD right there. Discern to Praise with Persecution. So let me hook this up real quick. But I don't know what to use as a speaker. Hold on. The headphones, and then you hook this up right here. Which one of these do you hook it up in? I'm going to assume you hook it in the middle one. But how are we going to listen to the music if I don't have any speakers to hook it up in? Oh, that is a bit of a problem. Let's see what my battery is. Okay, hold on. When I unplug the battery charger, it says I'm at 2%. So, rats. rats. Hold on. I think I have another headphone set somewhere around here. Well, in any case, I'll just play the music. We won't hear the music, but I'll play the music and I'll show you the game, how the game affects the music. Okay, so it's not the middle one. So let's see if I hook it into the side. Turn on the CD. Turn it back on. I paused it. Okay, now it's playing. Now let's see how it affects the game. But I don't remember which one of these plugs do I plug it into. And nothing's happening. There we go. See, the music makes those waves, and on the little thing on the side and on the bottom. You see, I just got 3 buttons right here. Every time it reaches the ends of the walls, it's a point against me. So I gotta try to keep those waves in the center, kind of like the game Tempest, something like that. It's something like Tempest. But I don't have another headset to hook the game onto. I have a really long cord somewhere. Oh, see, I let it hit the bottom. So those waves on the side, that's when you let the lines get too far. Those squiggly lines on the ends, you let the sound waves get too far, and the game died on me. So that's Mags. Darn it! Hold on. Let me go get another headphone jack. Hold on. I got it back here. Aha! Aha! I say. Aha! Now, let's plug this. Hold on. Aux in. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna plug it into the speakers on my where my laptop is. That way you guys can hear that blasting death metal from my friend Billy, who's started the band Discern. You guys hear that? All right, let's restart this. All right, let's start all over. The intro, there's some thunder. I don't know if you guys can hear the music in the background. So you gotta keep. You guys hear the music? I have it hooked up to the speakers where my laptop is. Can't let those lines get too far out. See, I let them get too far out. That's what those squiggly lines mean. All right. Oh, rats. You can't hear it because I got my headset on. Hold on, let's see if I take my headset off. You won't be able to hear me that good. Hold on a minute. Let's go closer to the speakers then. Hold on. Let me try another song. All right, here we go. Ah! Let me lower it. Let's pick another song. And the camera's blurring up on me. So the music is supposed to affect the way this game plays. But I'm shooting these lines and it's still going all the way to the ends. But anyway, I think you guys get the gist of this game. What was my score? Wow. Any case, let's unhook that. That was Discern, my friend Billy's band. I don't think he minds me sharing that with you guys. He's pretty cool about that, so I don't think he'll penalize me with any copyright issues or nothing like that. If anything, I'm helping the guy out. I'm spreading the word out about his band. If you guys like his music, check him out. His name is Billy Fraser. The band is Discern. Let me go get the CD for you real quick. I'll be right back. I got 2 of his albums. Hold on. Let's see. I have them somewhere, but I don't know what I did with it. Yeah. I have it on my CD tower, but I can't find the album cover. I can't find it. What did I do with it? Hold on, I'm looking for it. Yeah, I'm just wasting time. Anyway, the band is named Discern. Couldn't find the CD cover, but yeah, the band is DISSERN. If you guys want to see or hear more of his stuff. He also did another band. He was in another band called Oblation, and I actually like that band a lot too. They were featured on an album called a compilation album called Chords of the Grave, which also had other bands like Evisceration, Disencumbrance, and Obliteration. Obliteration, I think, was also known as Death List. I had the Death List's only album, Severed, but I gave it away. I kind of regret giving it away, but shucks. If my phone battery wasn't so low, I'd take you over to my CD tower and show you what the CDs I have. So I could play one of my own songs, but I don't have. Trouble with that is that I don't have any physical copies of any of my own music right now. So what other game should I start playing? It's almost 3 hours. I think I will cap this live stream at 3 hours. The 3-hour tour. The 3-hour tour. The Batman started getting rough. He was really grouchy too. He was on a Tiger Electronic, and you would be upset as well. I cannot sing worth the darn. I don't have DuckTales. I don't have it. So you're gonna have to settle for Batman. Don't do that. These LCD games are all about anticipation. Once you get that down to a science, then see, you just gotta be 1 second, 1/2 a second ahead of these characters. I'm right now driving as the Batmobile. And I'm not the best orator. You guys have to forgive me for that. Kirby's Dream Land. I don't have Kirby's Dream Land. If I had it, I'd show it. I'd review it, but I don't have it. I have a Kirby game on the Super Nintendo. I have Puyo Puyo for the Super Famicom, but it doesn't work, which is a bummer. I think somebody spilled coffee on it because when I handled it, it was sticky, and I opened it up and it was all sticky inside. Oh man, the Penguins minions killed me. What other games do I have? Let's take a look in my drawer. I think I pulled out most of them. I also got some still in the box games from Radio Shack. Boy, man, this is dusty. These are dusty. I got Raceway and Speedway, and they also double as alarm clocks. So I got those. And I also have Street Hunter by Technosource. And that's all I paid for it. And I also got this Electronic Football by Video Game FX. Any of these look interesting? Oh no, I knocked the camera over. Still trying to find out who that Rain Allura guy is. I have a feeling he's one of the Encina's boys. Ninja Gaiden. Oh, okay, now I'm thinking that you're Aram. I think you're Aram. If you're saying Ninja Gaiden. Cowboy 1, hard to believe. Cowboy 1. What do you mean the Cowboys won? What are you talking about? Well, hold on. Since I pulled out Godzilla, we may as well play him. Eagles all the way. Yeah, the light's not doing it for this game. And that's all there is to this game. Just go back and forth, shoot at stuff, and be sure not to get hit with the missiles. 40-0. What are you talking about? Are you watching football at home? Or are you giving me a hint that you want me to play a football game right here on screen? Well, if you're going to talk about football, let's play football then. We could play this one again. Or we could play I just pulled out a football. Oh, here it is. Got this one right here. Turn on the light. And start. Which one am I? Anybody from Douglas have any more memorable stories they want me to tell? Any that I have forgotten? Aside from the ones told by the old man on the mountain and the security guard? Yeah, this is the real man's drink. This is not King Cobra. I mean, this is not a malt liquor. This is a real beer. Monje don't drink beer. Monje in the Straight Edge Game Room drinks soda pop. And my mouth is getting dry. I'm going to need to go grab a soda right now. You know what? We haven't played this one yet. We haven't played this Electronic Pinball by Tiger Electronics. Which one of these games do I need to take batteries out of? Let's take them out of Strider, since Strider's already kind of glitchy as it is. Zevia. I don't have any Zevia sodas right now. Maybe I'll have money for Zevia sodas. If you guys like my videos, subscribe. Tell all your friends about the Straight Edge Game Room. And send links of my videos to people that you love. Send links of people who you don't like. So they'll do anything to get you to leave them alone. That way I can get my channel monetized and I'll have money to buy some Zevia sodas. And I'll have enough money to make me attractive to women. And if you guys can't take a joke, well, that's your bad luck. Ooh, riveting. Exciting. Who wants a PlayStation 5? I can't. The truck's not running. I can't go to the discount groceries. Let's try that again. Hold on. Ball. All right. There we go. There we go. Good one, Kanatas. Kanatas is Kenny, by the way. I think you know who he is. Mr. Reina Laura. Or Miss Reina Laura. That's a girl's name, by the way. As long as you're not Sunraid, the homeless, shirtless, fat guy who used to walk around Douglas with a shopping cart and he used to yell, "Darling!" I don't know what happened to that guy. I remember Al. There was another homeless guy in Douglas that everybody knew, Al the Bum. But I think Al had been there longer than Sunraid, the shirtless, big belly guy. Up here in Bisbee, what am I talking about? Up here in Phoenix, there's like 2/3 of the people are homeless, so it's hard to keep track of them all. Phoenix is starting to look like Los Angeles with all the homeless people up here. She's the one you held hands with. Rain, did I ever hold hands with you in elementary school?